All right. Well, welcome to Team Forever Strong's first Coach Basics training for the month of July. So welcome to the team, Jen. We're happy to have you here. To anybody else who's going to hop on and listen in, welcome to the team. We're really excited to have you here. You guys are joining one of the top teams in the entire network, and we're really a special group of people. We're all here to help support one another. We're all great friends, and we really are just here to just encourage everybody every step of the way and just help all the coaches who come on, and no matter how long you've been doing this for, have success. And so you are going to really love being a part of this team. So my name's Kathy Reuter, and I've been a coach now for 2 years. I just hit my 2-year mark. Just a real quick background about me before I dive into our getting started right information. I was an elementary school teacher for 8 years prior to this, and then I had my son Landon, and I became a stay-at-home mom. So I always knew I wanted to become a stay-at-home mom, and that's what I was going to do. So once I had him, handed in my papers, and I resigned from my teaching position, and that was that. I ended up having another child, Kirsten, 18 and a half months after I had Landon. So they're really close in age. And basically, to make a long story short, we were really struggling financially. My husband was doing everything under the sun to try to make ends meet for us. He was running 4 side businesses on top of his full-time job that he was working. I was tutoring most nights, and we were just sinking quickly. And this whole idea of me being a stay-at-home mom, we were faced with the reality that it wasn't probably going to happen much longer. We had, at the time now, had completely depleted our entire savings account. We were going negative $1,000 every single month. And we had racked up about $35,000 of credit card debt. And it was like, you know what? We got our whole lives ahead of us. Like, we can't go on like this. And thank God this opportunity was presented to me. And as skeptical as we were, especially my husband, so skeptical, the most skeptical person you would ever meet, we sat down and we said, let's just give this a shot. You never know what's going to happen. I'll give it a couple months. We'll see where it takes us. If it doesn't work out, then I'm going to have to just quit and cancel, and I'm going to have to go back to work. And so thank goodness I took a chance. I took a leap of faith. I got into it. I completely fell in love with it, guys. I was doing the 21-day fix, drinking my Shakeology. I was starting to see results. I was losing that weight because when I first started, I had 35 pounds to lose. And so I was starting to feel better about myself. I was getting more confidence, seeing results, feeling awesome. And I just started helping people along the way. And then shortly I realized, as I was watching other people succeed in this business, from the very beginning, when I saw that success, I said to myself, you know what, that's going to be me. Like, I am going that direction. Why not me? Why can't this be me? They are no better than myself. And that's the mentality and the attitude that I want you guys to have. When you hear about anybody's success in this business, I don't want you to think for a second that that can't be you. I want you to think, that's incredible. That's awesome. That's where I'm going to be. I'm making it happen, because you absolutely can. Don't even think for a second that that can't be you. And so I committed to it. I gave it my all. I listened to my upline coach. I went through this training, Coach Basics training. This is actually a more improved version of it, to be honest, from what I went through 2 years ago. I really took it seriously. I treated it like a business. And, I worked at it every single day. And, within 7 months, I was earning my teacher salary when I had left my 8-year teaching job with a master's degree. And then I kept plugging along. And by my 1-year mark, I was earning 6 figures. And then 15 months in, was finally able to pay off all that credit card debt. And since then, have just been building a savings account. And we have plans now to move to Hawaii. So we're in the process of looking for houses out there, and just big plans for our future now, all because of this, guys. And nothing gets me more excited than when I have new coaches coming onto the team like this, hearing your goals and hearing why you're here. So this can all be you guys if that's what your vision is. This business can really, guys, be anything that you want it to be. Most of the team are all full-time working moms, so they're busy. and they fit this in, and they all have different goals. We've had coaches on the team have been able to stop their job. We've had coaches who have been able to cut down to part-time. Other coaches on the team like to use their income from Beachbody for their memory making money, is what they call it, and they use it to take their family on vacations and do things like that with their children and their family that they couldn't have done otherwise because of this opportunity. So it can be anything that you want, and just know that you can achieve that, and you can literally use this opportunity to get you there, to get you to that place. So welcome to the team, guys. I'm going to be going over just a couple of things. I'm going to keep it really brief and just very basic because it's our first call. But I just wanted to start out by saying, take this training seriously. I've been running these for the past 2 years now, and it always starts out the same. There's coaches who come on, they're excited, they get added to the coach training, and then they're engaged and they're involved for like a week, and then people start to fall off. Just don't let that be you. Don't let you be that person that's going to, start being inconsistent with this. Just make it a priority and commit to showing up in this training every single day. Take 20 minutes out of your day and just log in, go into the page, really absorb the training, and then apply it. Make sure that you tag your upline coach in the comments so that we can see where you are and that we know that you're actually going through the training, and then we can help you, in any other way, make you move forward. So, but just take it seriously. And you guys are all business owners, I remember this was a really hard concept for me to wrap my brain around when I first became a coach myself, was really understanding and realizing that you are your own entrepreneur. Like, this is your own business. And it's hard sometimes to realize that when you're used to going into a job and you're used to having somebody tell you exactly what to do, when to do it, when it needs to be done by. So just know that you are in full control and that we are here to help you guys every single step of the way. I mean, honestly, we have such great training in place, guys, for you to succeed. I mean, we couldn't have made it really any easier, to be honest. For anyone to come onto the team and get started and have success, all we need you to do is just commit to it and apply what you're learning. That's it. So the first thing that you guys should have received, and if you haven't received it yet, don't freak out. You'll probably be receiving it soon. But you guys should have received a Getting Started Right email from your coach. And if not, just reach out to me or your upline coach, and we'll make sure that you get it. It's going to give you just a basic breakdown of how you should get started as a coach. And in that, it is going to say that we want you to launch your business on social media. So what this means is you need to make a post on social media letting everybody know that you're a coach and what your goals are with this, and that you are here to help other people. If you're one of my personally sponsored coaches, I usually attach my very first post that I made 2 years ago so that you can use it as a template. So I'm happy to share that with you guys as well too, if that's what you'd like. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to launch your business. From that moment going forward, guys, everyone is going to be watching you. They're going to be watching you, and they're going to be watching your every move, because they want to now see what this whole Beachbody thing is about, and they want to see if you're serious about it. So they're going to be watching you. Even if you don't get any likes or comments on your post, the eyeballs are there watching and reading everything that you put up. Trust me. All right. So you're going to want to make sure that you get that done. And going forward, I'm just going to go over these couple things here. Keep it really basic for the first call. Your success in this business is really going to just boil down to 3 things. It's going to boil down to the 3 vital behaviors, and you're going to learn, well, we actually have 4 vital behaviors now, but it's going to boil down to those things, you doing those things consistently every day. And you're going to learn a lot about them throughout this training, so don't feel like you need to scramble to take down all the notes right now. I'm just going to briefly touch on them so that you can see, but you're going to be learning much more in depth about them in the actual training. So the first one is be a product of the product. So all that means is you don't need to be at your goal weight or your goal right now by any means. Most coaches don't start out where they want to be. Like I said, I was 35 pounds heavier. So most people start out and they're at the beginning of their journey, and then they invite and help other people along the way. You do it together with them. You're more relatable. People can relate to you, and it just seems very realistic. So you're going to be proof the product works. That just means you're going to make sure you're getting in your shake every single day. You are going to be committed to a workout program. So make sure that you're plugged into a challenge group, because that is going to be key to you seeing success. And then you can be a fly on the wall and just see how we run them. But they're so much fun. And the groups they're just awesome. They're really motivating and so inspiring. So you're going to want to make sure that you are in those things. And then you're going to be sharing your journey along the way so that others can see what you're doing once you've launched your business on social media. And we're going to talk more about this too in the training. The next one is you are going to be doing personal development. And so 10 minutes a day is all I recommend, because I know everybody's busy, but it is so important, guys, that you work on personal growth. Because if you aren't working on helping yourself and improving yourself, then it's going to be really hard to help other people grow as well along the way. So I recommend that you guys start out reading either The Slight Edge, that one's really my favorite one, or The Compound Effect. Either one of those are two really great books to start out with. And I really like The Slight Edge, and The Compound Effect is pretty much the same thing as this. But the whole point about it is that you learn that your success in life in general, I mean, it's not even just about the business, all boils down to you making these very small, insignificant decisions. They seem like they're very insignificant, like you're not noticing any change when you're making them right away. But then over time, by continuing to make these small, insignificant decisions, it compounds, and that's where you see the growth. It's kind of like when you first start out on your health and fitness journey, right? And you say you start with the 21-day fix. You show up on day one and you're eating all the proper foods, you're doing your workout, and there's no weight loss, right? You don't look any different. You haven't dropped a pant size, but you followed everything to a T. And every day that you do that, you're gradually making small changes. And all of a sudden, you go to put on those pants and they can zip, or you go to put on those pants from before that you haven't worn in like a year and they actually fit. That's the slight edge. It's showing up and making those small choices that are going to move you forward every single day. So it's the same thing with this business. It's really no magic, guys, to build this business at all. Anybody can come on and have success in this. It's going to boil down to you just being willing to show up every day and to do these things that I'm going over right now. That's what it's going to boil down to. So the third one is invite. And this is a very, very important one too. What this means is you're going to be inviting people along to join you on this journey, and you're going to invite them to be a part of our challenge group. So our team always runs a team challenge group. So that way there's always a group running for you guys, like new coaches like you guys, to plug your people into. And so you are simply just going to invite people to be a part of that with you. And I have certain scripts and messages that I use when I reach out to people, and I'm happy to share them with you guys. I've shared them with all of my coaches, but it's just like a simple invite, and you'll be surprised how many people actually want to get started on their health and fitness journey. And so I recommend to my new coaches that you sit down and you personally invite 3 to 5 people every single day, no matter what. It doesn't take long. And honestly, you have to ask anybody and everybody, because what I found just from personal experience is the people who I automatically look at and I think, oh, they're not going to need this, they're not going to want it. When I ask them, those are the ones who decide that they want it like right away and hop on board. So you just never know. So you're going to want to make sure that you invite 3 to 5 people every single day and follow up with them 24 hours later. So I have scripts and messages that I use for that process that I can share with you. Once I found what worked for me, guys, I haven't changed it up. So I've been pretty much using like the same message when I talk to people since day one. I've made a couple tweaks here and there, but I'll share with you, for example, when I first started, I had 35 pounds to lose, right? And I didn't even know what the heck a challenge group was, to be honest. All I knew was that I had to build this business because I was desperate to keep staying home with my kids and I did not want to go back to work. So I knew that I had to help other people. So I would just message people, and these were all people, guys, that I went to high school with or college with, or I had worked with, done sports with before. So we knew each other. So it wasn't like weird when I messaged them, but I pretty much always checked in and did a personal message to relate to how I knew them. So I might say something like, hey, Jenny, it's been so long since high school. I can't believe we're getting this old, make kind of like a joke like that. I love seeing pictures of your kids on Facebook. They're so adorable. How old are they? I'll say a little bit about my kids. And I'll say, hey, listen, this is what I said at the beginning, right? When I first was a coach. I just became a Beachbody coach, and I am looking to lose this 35 pounds. I just had, my second child, and I cannot get rid of it. I have 35 pounds to lose. So I'm going to be running a private 21-day support and accountability group, and I'm looking for people who want to do it with me. And I'm looking for 5 people who want to be a part of this with me to work on, their health and fitness. Would you be interested in joining this with me? And that's how I started at the beginning. So I was upfront and honest with them. I told them I had just started, that I needed to lose the 35 pounds, and I let them know that we were going to be doing it together. That's how I started. As time went on, and as I completed rounds of the 21-day fix, I would tweak it a little bit when I reached out to people. And I would say, this is the program that got me to lose 9 pounds in the first round. So I'd say I love it so much. I'd add that personal touch into it about what the program has done for me and how it's helped me, so that they could see that and relate to it. And I'd share my success so far with it. Now, when I reach out to people, since it's been 2 years, when I reach out to them, I say this is the best program. This is the program that got me to lose 35 pounds and get me in the best shape of my life after having my kids. And I can share that. So you can see how it's changed over time based on the results that you get. But you need to ask people, because people don't come to you. They don't come to you in the beginning. That takes time for people to come to you. And people, guys, half the country is seriously obese. And this is where your job comes into play. This is where what you do is so important. And this is where that what you do matters. And people are literally kind of sitting around right now just feeling horrible about themselves, having that lack of confidence. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to start. They know that they want to feel better about themselves, but they don't have a solution for it. And that is where it is your job to reach out to them and connect with them. So you can start with that first message that you might see that I use or that your upline coach uses, but then after that, have a genuine conversation with these people. I always pretend like I am sitting right here in my kitchen with this person, talking to them in person. What would I say to them? How exactly would I word things? What would I say? And I talk that way to people behind the scenes in private messages, because you want to be a friend to people. And at the end of the day, guys, this is a relationship building business. So it's not a sales job. And if you come into it looking at it as, all right, numbers and points and income, those people don't last long, because you have to be concerned and focused on the actual person and being willing to dig deep and figure out what's holding them back, what are their struggles, where are they looking to go, and to be their supporter and their friend along the way. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. That's one of the things that I love so much about our team and just about Beachbody in general, is that, you'll never see us throwing up these scammy posts on Facebook with dollar bills and quick fixes, because it's not a quick fix. Everything that we do is real. And, successful coaches on this team and in the network are just people who are working on themselves, and they're sharing their authentic journey, the good, the bad, the ugly, what's working for them, where they're stumbling, how they're getting back on track. And that automatically, guys, inspires others to want to improve on themselves. That is truly what it is all about. So those are the vital behaviors. You're going to learn a lot more about them in the actual Coach Basics training. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about, actually 2 more things before I open it up to questions, if anybody has anything on their mind, is making sure that you are posting on social media every single day. So you want to make sure that you are adding value. This is the biggest tip that I can give new coaches, is that with everything that you are sharing on social media, you have to ask yourself, is this going to help someone? Is this going to make a difference in someone's life? Even if it's just one person. That's all we want, is for what we're sharing on social media to just help one person every single day. And so as you're getting ready to post and share all about you and just your journey along the way, ask yourself, are people going to read this and be like, so what? Or is it something that is really going to help someone? And so that's why it's so important, guys, to make sure that you personalize everything. You want to stay away from going to the website and putting up like stock photo images. You know, like the 21-day fix is on sale right now. So you want to stay away from going and getting like Autumn Calabrese with like 140 in the containers. You can definitely use the containers, but put yourself in the picture, you know, put the containers with you. Maybe even portion out a meal that you're going to make and put it on a plate with the containers next to it, and talk about how, you know, when I first got this program, I thought that I was going to be starving all the time because the containers seem so small, but look at all the food that you can actually eat. It's such a large meal, and look at how delicious it is. You can share the recipe, you can share what you had, and you just want to make sure you personalize everything. And you also want to make sure that you are posting consistently. So I always tell my new coaches, you want to make sure that you are sharing something 2 to 3 times a day. Now that doesn't mean that you're going to become a Beachbody billboard and people are going to look at you and be like, oh my God, all she does is talk about Beachbody. It's like so annoying. You want to be a real person. You want people to look like a stranger. If they were to go to your wall and scroll through, you want them to be able to see who you are as a person. Are you a mom? Do you have a job? Are you a stay-at-home mom? What do you do for your hobbies? You know, and it's going to be mixed in with coaching stuff and things about Beachbody. It's not going to be join my challenge group, become a coach, you know, all Beachbody stuff all the time. So a good rule of thumb is every single day, since you're all on your own health and fitness journey anyways, and you're going to be in a challenge group, a good rule of thumb is one of your posts could be about either a workout that you did. You could put your picture, you could put your yourself in the picture, talk about the workout you did. Be real. If it sucked and it was so hard and you had to like pause it 100 times, that's okay. Share that. Talk about how like it was hard, you know, but that you're committed to this, and you know that you're going to get better and you're going to get stronger over time, and thank goodness for the support from the challenge group, that sort of thing. Just be authentic. So you can share that. You can share a recipe that you had. You can share a recipe that you made with Shakeology. You can talk about how you are feeling since drinking Shakeology versus from before when you started it, so that people can start to see the importance of it and how it's helping you. So that's one post that you can make. The next post that you can make could be some kind of motivational or inspirational quote. And so a lot of times what I do is I just go to Pinterest and I will look through the quotes, and whatever kind of speaks to me that day, however I'm feeling, that I feel like I can connect with and actually share a story about how I can relate to it, I will use that. So I'll use the picture from it, or I'll do a picture of myself and put the quote in it, but I'll talk about how I could relate to that before and how I overcame it, so that people can see I'm a real person. Like I struggled too, but this is how I'm overcoming it. And then another post that you can do during the day is going to be something about you, like your family, like you went somewhere with the kids. You did, you know, like the other day I went to Sky Zone with the kids, which is a trampoline park. So I shared that. You want people to see a good mix, so that people can really get to know like who you are as a person. So there are some coaches where all they do is share, like, if you look at their wall, like all it is like recipe after recipe and workout picture and recipe and workout picture. You don't want to do that. You want to mix that in. That's really good to do, but you definitely want to mix that in with who you are, because you are not just a Beachbody coach. You have other things going on in your life. All right. I have a question here, I think, in the chat. I am recording. Yes. Thanks for reminding me though, Jessie, because you never know these days. Jessie's always looking out for me, so you'll be seeing her a lot on the team page. She keeps me on track.
Yeah, I didn't see the record. Sorry, it was missing when I asked that. It was because Audrey said, "Oh, I missed the first few minutes of she recording," and I went, "Uh-oh."
I know, it's like, uh-oh, is she? I am recording. So, and I will get the the recording up later tonight. We have another call in 5 minutes, so I'll get it up after that. I'll upload it and make sure to put it up on the page. So I just want you guys to remember, I want you guys to write down some goals that you have for yourself, and I want you to be spot on. I want you to phrase it, I will, and list off a couple goals for this month, 3 goals. I don't want you to think wishy-washy. I don't want you to say, oh, I hope that I can build a business, or I hope that I can help 3 people this month, or I wish that. If you start thinking like that, wishy-washy like that, you're already giving yourself an excuse for why it doesn't have to happen. Phrase everything I will or I am. You are so much more likely to reach your goals that way. The next thing is, I want you guys to truly, seriously leave this call knowing that you can do this. Seriously, like, I believe in every single person that comes onto this team so much, but I can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. And you can sit down every single day and you can do all these things that I'm telling you to do, or that your coach is telling you to do, and you can be in the training and you can be going through the motions, but if you don't have that belief in yourself or for what this opportunity can do for you and your family, it is going to be a struggle. So commit to it. Have that confidence in yourself. Believe in yourself. Know that you can do this. Know that you will do this. Honestly, I'm not kidding you. With every single success that you see from other people around you, don't beat yourself up about it if people move at different speeds. Don't beat yourself up. Don't let that little voice of doubt come in your head and be like, oh, I'm never going to make it there because of X, Y, and Z. Or, look at these other coaches who've been doing this for 4 years with, doing these amazing things and think, oh, I can't do it. It's because she's been doing it for 4 years. No, you guys have to flip that switch, and you have to say, this is awesome. Like, this is real. This can really happen. Like, I am doing this, damn it. I don't care how long this is going to take me, but I know it's going to happen, and I am going to get there, and this is going to change my life, and it's going to be amazing. And that is how you have to think every single day. And also, really quick before I let you guys go, make sure that you have your why, your purpose for doing this. Make sure it's something really powerful. Make sure it's something that is going to keep you going when you hit bumps in the road or when you start to doubt yourself, because that is going to be key. So if you need help, and it might take you some time, like for myself, it kind of was right there. I had that strong emotional connection right from the beginning because I was already home with my children and I was going to have to leave them. And that was my dream, was to always be at home with them. And so my why was that I need to do whatever it takes to continue staying home with them. And I didn't have big goals with this, guys. I wasn't planning on earning 6 figures and moving to Hawaii. None of that even crossed my mind at the beginning. All I knew was that I just needed to make a couple $100s every week so I could keep us afloat, even though we would still be screwed financially. I wanted to keep us afloat so we weren't dipping under every month, and that was it. But I knew that there was no plan B for me. Like, I was not going back to work. So really spend some time diving deep into what your purpose is. Like, what is your vision with this? And if you need to talk to your upline coach and, schedule a call with them, that could be helpful too. But that's going to be huge in determining your success in this. And I just want I want to end with this quote that I love. You can have everything you want in life if you will just help enough people get what they want. And it's so true, because that is the foundation for this business. If you can help enough people, in turn, you help yourself. Your income, guys, that you earn in this business is a direct reflection with the amount of lives that you change, period. That is what it boils down to. All right. So does anybody have any quick questions before I let you go for the night? And you know what, really quick too, I remember it's completely overwhelming as a brand new coach. There's a lot of information, and it's totally normal to feel completely lost and like you don't know what the heck is going on. But just know that this business is a learning is doing business. The more you get out there and do this, the more you're going to learn. And literally, I'm here for you. Your coach is here for you. The team is here for you. Don't be afraid to ask questions. The more questions you ask, the better. I always get nervous when coaches come on and then they don't ask questions. I'm like, oh boy. So make sure to just take advantage, ask on the team page, YouTube, whatever it is that you need to do. And we're in this together, guys. So Thanks so much for being here, and welcome to Team Forever Strong. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys move forward with your business. And it's going to be an awesome journey. So I believe in you guys, believe in yourselves, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.